kind of go over all of the skills for this week. I think, in fact, I know you have practice on every one of them. Okay, but these are the big skills that are going to be on your test. Okay, so we have all of our spelling words. If you'll notice, they all are 1 through 6 has short I in them. Okay, 7 and 8 are review, and then 9 and 10 are from our high frequency word list. Okay, and all of this spelling, high frequency, vocabulary, they are all on that peak of the week. Okay, so we have our double final syllables this week and next week. Double means 2. Like, think about a double cheeseburger. When you order a double cheeseburger, you have 2 patties on it. Okay, so double means 2. Final means end. And then consonants, of course, we know are everything except for our vowels. So every letter except for A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, and we know these words stand out from other words because they are 1 syllable, they have a short vowel in them, and then they end with 2 letters that are the same. Okay, and the double final consonants are SS, TT, LL, and FF. Okay, so you'll know to put an extra letter on the end if your word is 1 syllable and it has a short vowel. And these are just a couple that we found this morning. Okay, miss, you have M, your short vowel I, and then your double final consonant SS. Same thing with all of these others. They all have a short vowel, they're 1 syllable, and then they have the double final consonant at the end. Now, whenever we are sounding these words out, the double final consonant makes 1 sound. So in the word miss, you don't sound it out, s. Okay? The SS makes 1 sound. Okay? Now, our sequencing words for this week, we are talking about key details and kind of like main idea this week, but we're also talking about sequencing words. Now, whenever you hear the word sequence, that means whenever you're putting things in order or you're talking about any kind of order. All right, and those important words are first, next, then, and last. And I wrote them in uppercase, all uppercase over here, and all lowercase over here, because on your test, you will see them written like this. They'll all be in uppercase, okay? So if I were to tell you a story using first, next, then, and last, I would say, first, I woke up this morning. Next, I brushed my teeth and I washed my face. Then I got dressed, and last I put on my makeup and left. Okay, so whenever you see these words, they are important words, and they tell you the order of things, the sequence of things, or it could be that they're asking you what happened when. Okay, the next skill is a review from last week with a little bit added. Okay, the 5 parts of a sentence. We know all 5 of these. A sentence has to start with a capital letter, so an uppercase letter. Okay, it has to have an end mark at the end, or punctuation, and we talked this morning a little bit about the 3 different end marks that you can have. You can have a period, you can have an exclamation mark, or you can have a question mark. Now, when do we use these? We use a period whenever we're telling something. We use an exclamation mark whenever we're excited. We use a question mark when we're asking something. Now, there's also another type of sentence, and it is called a command. Okay, like if I command you to do something, I'm telling you to do something. It's a bossy sentence. And you can use a period or an exclamation mark for that. So an example of a command or a bossy sentence would be for me to say, go to the office. Okay, I'm telling you to go to the office. Another example would be, get your pencil out. I'm telling you to do something, okay? So a sentence has to start with a capital letter. It has to have an end mark. It has to have a noun, which is a person, place, or thing. And it has to have a verb, something you do, okay? And then, of course, number 5, it has to make sense. Okay, the only part that we're adding this week is incomplete and complete, okay? An incomplete sentence, say the word incomplete. Incomplete is a sad sentence. It's so sad because it's missing one of the 5 parts of a sentence, okay? An incomplete sentence is missing something, okay? It's not complete. Like if I said the cat, well, the cat did what? Okay, that would be an incomplete sentence. Now, a complete sentence, so that complete is a happy sentence. It has all 5 parts of a sentence. So a complete sentence is a great sentence that makes sense, has noun, verb, an end mark, and starts with a capital letter. Okay, the last skill that we'll talk about in this video is counting sounds. Now, when you count sounds, you have to sound them out, okay? And sometimes it doesn't matter how many letters are in that word, okay? Like we said over on our double final consonants, the double final consonants makes one sound. So if you're sounding them out, don't pay attention to the number of letters in the word. You're not looking at the letters, you're looking at the sounds. You're listening for the sounds, okay? Like we did the word cliff, okay? If I sound out the word cliff, I hear a C, an L, an I, and an F. L, I, F. So that is 4 sounds because remember, the double final consonant only makes one sound. You don't hear 2 Fs. The next word is pig, okay? If we sound that out, we hear P, I, G. We hear 3 sounds. In the word cat, if we sound it out, we hear K, A, T. We hear 3 sounds. Same thing for in the word rat. R, A, T. We hear 3 sounds. Okay, in the word meal, notice what's on the end is a double final consonant. And we know those double final consonants only make one sound. So this word has 4 letters, but let's count how many sounds. M, I, L. Only has 3 sounds because the LL makes one sound. Mint, same thing here. We have a double final consonant at the end that makes one sound. M, I, T. So that is 3 sounds. We have 4 letters, but we hear 3 sounds. Okay. Same thing here. We have the word fish. Whenever you sound this out, SH makes a sound all by itself. Okay. F, I, sh. So we have 3 sounds because you don't hear the S and the H alone. You don't hear f, I, s, h. You don't hear the S and the H make a sound all by themselves. You hear one sound from SH. So you have f, I, sh, 3 sounds. Over here we have another double final consonant and we know those make one sound. So we have k, I, s, 3 sounds. And our last one, just like the SH, we know CK makes one sound. It makes a k. So we have D, K, 3 sounds. Okay, and then I think that's it for the most part for this. Of course, our math skills. Our math skill this week, and I'll post a video later about that, is our ways to make 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then also, we're working on this skill counting up, okay, sums to 20. So when I say counting up, I mean if I had 2 plus 5, I would say, okay, if I have 2 plus 5, I add the big number, 5, and count up 2. That's what I'm talking about when I say that strategy. But I will add a video about this later. Okay, if you have any questions, just ask.